one day I'll hit the lotto, then my bills would all be paid. Money no longer would be a bother. My life would never be the same. We could travel all around this world, fly first class every day. But if I never hit the lotto, would you still love me anyway? Perhaps one day I'll reach the big time. The whole world would know my name. Well, every other magazine cover would use me for their campaign. We would be the hardest couple around, from New York to LA. But if I never reach the big time, would you still love me anyway?
Ever since I know your name, you struck me on this cloud for a joyride. Hope every kiss would be the same, and every hug would last forever. With you, my only love. With you in my heart and soul.
We've come so far since we began this love. Been through the trenches, seen so many ups and downs, like we barely even touched the ground. I love you more each day, and I pray I can push my ego out the way, let you know it'll be okay. Yeah. Whenever times get rough, you ain't gotta be tough. I found a way to go back in time, found a way we can press rewind. So I'll be standing right there in the middle of a circle with my arms out wide, trying to turn back the hands of time. Oh, I'll be standing right there in the middle of a circle with my arms out wide, trying to turn back the hands of time. One shining moment. Oh, I remember when you used to call for me. Knew sooner or later you would fall for me. It was all for me. As we went deeper, found love in a place that we never knew. Changed all of my plans, making room for you. Did it all for you. But lately something ain't right, so maybe you should go find just what it is that's really got your mind. Oh. And I love you still, I always will. Be strong, 'cause in my eyes you can never do no wrong. So I'll be standing of time, I'll be right here waiting. I'll be right here waiting. I'll be right here waiting for your love, for your love. I'll be right here waiting. I'll be right here waiting. I'll be right here waiting for your love. Looking at photographs, they were pictures of you and me, an unfitting epitaph. Now I'm out of the sea, but you know it's true. No one else could love you half as good as I do. You went out on another day. He was handsome and charmed, I'm sure, but you didn't hesitate when you ran for the door, 'cause you know it's true. No one else could love you half as good as I do. I do, yes I do. No reason to fight it, no reason to say we're through, no need to deny it, 'cause I'm not over you. It ain't been decided.
The sky turns gray against a fiery display of red and golden hues, like the day I fell for you. So what will you do when the sun begins to fall? I'm waiting here for you. Won't you answer my call? Don't you wanna get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie. Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da 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 da. The wind, it chills you right to the bone. And soon we'll say hello to evening snow. So what will you do when the air gets cold? Won't you quicken your steps and hurry on home? Don't you wanna get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie. Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da 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 da. Makes me sad, but with you to hold and have, as the days they get shorter, we have reason to get closer. Don't you wanna get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie, yeah. Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da 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 da. Don't you wanna get cozy? Don't you wanna get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie, yeah. Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da 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 da. Don't you wanna get cozy with me?